Hey guys, I'm your boy Nick with Pick MMA. We are back with another one. Let's talk about the UFC Fight Night card. This Fight Night card is going down in October 7th, I think. Yeah, October 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in Las Vegas, United States. Let's get into it, guys. We're going to do a quick picks video for this card. I'm going to be giving you guys my leans, which fighters I think are going to be winning their fights this card. Let's get right into it, guys. First up, let's start from the top to the bottom. First up, we have Grant Dawson in the main event going up against Bobby Green. We know Grant Dawson is a really good high-level striker, undefeated in the UFC right now. 20-1 overall. Amazing. A lot of really good top control. He has some of the best wrestling in the 155, I think. We know Bobby Green is a very good striker. His durability is leaving him a little bit now. He's been getting put away a little bit by guys like Dober, who's a really powerful. But I think Grant Dawson is gonna probably get his back, maybe lock in a submission or two. I'm gonna say Grant Dawson late submission. I think, even though Bobby Green has never been submitted ever, I think Grant Dawson is gonna be making rapid improvements. I'm gonna say Grant Dawson, maybe a round 4 submission. All right, guys. Next up, we have Joe Pyfer taking on Alhassan, Abdul Razak Alhassan. I'm gonna go Joe Pyfer. I think he's way more technical in the stand-up with the boxing, and he's got heavy hands. Both of these guys have a lot of power to. They both have power to shut each other's lights out. I think I'm gonna go with Joe Pyfer. He's had less wear and tear on his body, and he's got a really good ground game also. I'm gonna go Joe Pyfer by second round knockout. Alright, guys, next up in the welterweight bout, we have Alex Morono going up against Joaquin Buckley. This is a tough one, man. Joaquin Buckley looks really good at welterweight, and Alex Morono, we know Alex Morono has some of the best Brazilian jiu-jitsu in the game. I'm going to go Joaquin Buckley because I know it's not going to be to submit a guy like Joaquin Buckley. He's going to be the way more athletic guy in this fight. And as long as the fight is on the feet, man, we saw Tim Means crack Alex Morono a couple of times. I'm gonna say Joaquin Buckley, maybe a second round knockout. Alright, guys, next up we have in the lightweight bout, we have Drew Dober taking on Ricky Glenn. I don't really need to get into this. I think Ricky Glenn should hang it up. If I'm being honest, he got absolutely slept by Christos Giagos in the last time around. Giago slapped him in the first round, and I think this is not a good matchup for him to come back to. I'm going to say Drew Dober by first round knockout, maybe a left hook. I think Ricky Glenn's going to get put out cold, really brutally. Alright, guys, next up we have in the light heavyweight bout, we have Philipe Lins taking on Ian Cutelaba. And this is a tough one, man, because both of these guys have that power. Both of them are very explosive. But I think Philipe Lins has a little bit better cardio than Ian Cutelaba. But man, we saw Cutelaba can absolutely spark you in the first round. Lins has shown good toughness, good chin. Even last time around against, I don't know who he fought last time, but he showed a good chin last time. Philipe Lins, I think he had a really boring fight last time around. He fought Maximum Grissom. Yeah, he was defending takedowns. He was grinding his opponent against the fence in that fight. Very boring fight, but I think I'm gonna go with the Hulk Cutelaba for now. I think he's gonna spark Philipe Lins in the first round. Alright, guys, next up we have in the featherweight bout, we have Alexander Hernandez taking on Bill Algeo, and I'm gonna go with the Bill Algeo, man. I never really trust Alexander Hernandez cardio. I know he's been working on it. He's gonna be the much better striker here. I think he's gonna be a little bit more cleaner. But man, Bill Algeo, when the fights get dirty and when Hernandez doesn't deal with adversity all that well, I'm gonna go with Bill Algeo. This dude has that dog in him, and he's never out of a fight, man. I know most people are picking what's his name, Hernandez here, and it makes sense why, because he's probably gonna be the better striker. I think. Is this fight still on, or am I tripping? This fight, I think this fight's cancelled. Is it? Or yeah, this fight's. Where is this fight? Bill Algeo, there it is on the main card, yeah. So yeah, most people are picking. Most people are picking Algeo. I'm shocked. I thought most people would be picking Hernandez because he's a little bit more crisp in the boxing. But we saw, man, Hernandez, when the fights go long and he's not able to get his opponents out of there, he starts wilting. He did that against Billy Corntillo. He was absolutely destroying Billy Corntillo in the first round. Then just gassed out. And even against the Renato Moicano choked him out. Yeah, I'm going to go Bill Algeo. I'm going to say Bill Algeo by submission, second round. Alright, guys, next up we have in the women's strawweight bout, we have Karolina Kowalkiewicz taking on Diana Belbiţă. And Karolina Kowalkiewicz is getting up there in age, but she's looking really good, man. She's looked really good last time around. I know the fights are out of order, even on, I don't know if it's in order in topology or not, but they're all over the place. But I know Kowalkiewicz is looking really good right now, but she's gonna be a little bit older. She's like 37 years old now. Belbiţă just starting her career now, only 27 years old. There's a 10-year age gap. But man, Kowalkiewicz looks really good last time around. She got a really good win over Vanessa. Demopoulos was beating her up in the striking. This is a tough one, man. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Even with the 10-year gap, it doesn't matter. Sometimes when there's a big edge in experience, I think Kowalkiewicz has faced a much better, higher level of competition in the UFC, I think. She has taken some L's to Jessica Penne, Jonan, Alexa Grasso, but no shame losing to Alexa Grasso. It is what it is. I'm still gonna go. I'm gonna take the veteran, the UFC veteran, Karolina Kowalkiewicz by decision. Alright, guys. Next up, we have in the bantamweight bout, we have Chris Gutierrez taking on Montel Jackson. Both of these guys are really good high-level strikers. Both of them, this is probably going to go the distance, I think. Both of them have very good durability. I know most people are picking Montel Jackson, I think, in this fight. Yeah, I think most people are picking Montel Jackson. Where is this fight? Can I fight? Yeah, there it is. So yeah, most people are picking Montel Jackson. It makes sense why. Because he's on a roll right now, absolutely destroying all of his opponents. Got a win over Julio Arce, which is a legit win over Rani Yaha. And then we saw Chris Gutierrez taking on Pedro Munoz, and he just got dropped in the first round. Fought a pretty good rest of the 2 rounds, but lost that fight. This is a tough one, man. I'm going to go with the Montel Jackson. I think he's got a little bit more power in his hands. Hits a little bit harder, and he's going to be a little bit bigger. I think he's going to be an inch taller, and he's going to have 8 inches in reach. This is going to be absolutely huge. Montel Jackson on the scorecards. Alright, guys, next up we have, and the bantamweight bout, another bantamweight bout, we have Aoriqileng taking on Johnny Munoz. Johnny Munoz we saw last time around against, who did he fight? Johnny Munoz. He fought that Brazilian, right? Out of that shoot box fighter. Where is he? I can't find this dude. There he is. Yeah, he fought. He looked absolutely like shit last time around against Daniel Santos. He was pulling his guard the whole time. I really don't like seeing that. Seeing guys pull their guard. And Aoriqileng is gonna be the much better striker here, but he's coming off a loss. He just got knocked out by I think by Jahabi. I think it was yeah, Iman Jahabi knocked him out in the first round in the first minute. Absolute brutal knockout that he took there. That was the first time he was ever knocked out too, and he's been submitted 3 times before. So this is a tough one, man. If he can stay at range, he's probably gonna win this fight. But I worry, man, because if Johnny Munoz gets him, locks him up, gets his hands on his body, locks in the submission, he could absolutely submit. Aoriqileng, we've seen him submitted 3 times before. But I just have a feeling Aoriqileng is gonna be able to keep this fight on the ground, on the feet, I mean, and light Johnny Munoz up. I'm gonna go Aoriqileng by decision. I think most people are picking. I wonder who most people are picking. I'm curious now. Most people probably have to be picking Aoriqileng, right? Most 67% people picking Johnny Munoz. Wow. Probably because both of these guys are 2-5, 2-3 in their last 5 fights. So it is what it is. I hope Aoriqileng is the underdog here, so we can take him as an underdog. He's gonna be a good pick. The pick is Aoriqileng by decision. Alright, guys. Next up, we have the women's strawweight bout. We have Vanessa Demopoulos taking on Kanako Murata. I don't really know much about this girl, Kanako Murata. But she does have some good wins over girls that aren't even in the UFC. Emily Ducote is still in the UFC. Split decision win over her, and then she got knocked out by Rina Jandiroba. Doctor stopped his shoulder injury. Vanessa Demopoulos she's got a good wrestling, good striking too, but she's got very small arms. 57.5-inch reach can really not help. Can really hold her back sometimes from landing her punches, finding her range. Most people are taking on Murata, man, but she's not been active all that much. She hasn't fought in 2 years. I'm gonna go Vanessa Demopoulos on the scorecards. I think she's been a little bit more active. She's been fighting consistently, fighting good level of competition. Even though she got an absolute piss beat out of her in last fight against Kowalkiewicz, but she was still putting up good numbers, man. She was still walking forward. Please know, Vanessa Demopoulos is a former stripper, so if you guys do want to fade the OnlyFans angle or the only stripper angle, I get it. But most people are picking the Japanese prospect here. I am gonna take Vanessa Demopoulos. I think until I see the weigh-ins, I'm gonna take Vanessa Demopoulos. I like her activity lately. Alright, guys. Next up, we have flyweight bout, men's flyweight bout. We have Nate Maness taking on Mateus Mendonça. This is gonna be a good matchup, man. I really like this matchup. This is gonna be a banger fight. I wonder if this is gonna be the second fight on the card. Nate Maness, I mean, he's a good boxer, has good striking, good power. He's tough as hell. Only been finished once, I think, or something like that. He's been submitted once, but knocked out once. Tagir Ulanbekov choked him out in the first round. Umar Nurmagomedov beat him by unanimous decision, so that's good experience for him. Nate Maness does have a knockout win over Tony Gravely. Good win for him there. He also has a unanimous decision win over Johnny Munoz Jr., who fights up a weight class, I think, at 135. So yeah, man, is he moving down in weight here now? He's moving down now. Wow. This is a flyweight matchup, right? Is it? Am I tripping? Yeah, this is a flyweight matchup. Wow. Yeah, he used to fight at bantamweight, but now he's moving down, I think, after his 2 losses. I get it why he's moving down, but this dude is taking on is not no joke too. Mendonça, his only losses to Javid Basrad. No shame losing to Javid Basrad by unanimous decision. And before that, he had a tough, good win over Dana White Contender Series over Asik, whatever his name is. Knocked him out. This dude has absolute heavy hands. This is a tough one for me, man, because I like Nate Maness. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch. He's an absolute junkyard dog. But I gotta pick Mateus Mendonça here. I think he hasn't been finished yet, and he's gonna be a little bit more confident. He's also training out of that. I think he fights out of that Sute box, right? Sute box, Diego Lima. So he's gonna walk forward. He's not gonna be hesitant to engage. I'm gonna take the Sute box fighter here. I'm gonna take Mateus Mendonça here. Alright, guys, next up we have the last fight on the card. We have the girls fight. Montel de la Rosa taking on Stephanie Egger. This fight fell through, guys. We gotta go to this topology because UFC has not updated their card yet. But this fight fell through. There's a different fight now. There's JJ Ultras taking on this fight on short notice. Montel de la Rosa was supposed to fight Stephanie Egger, but then I think there was an injury or something like that. Let's check what happened. Egger withdrew. I wonder why she withdrew. It was Egger withdrew. I don't know why. Maybe an injury or something. But Montel de la Rosa is going to be taking on JJ Aldrich now. JJ Aldrich is coming off a really good win. Her first ever stoppage win over Na Liang. We know Na Liang is an absolute can crusher. No, I don't know how much you can really rate that win for her. But this is a good stylistic matchup for her, man. I like her here. I think I'm going to pick JJ Aldrich here. Montel de la Rosa came in, got a knockout win over Ariane Lipski. Has looked like absolute shit since then. Missy Barber lost. No shame losing to Missy Barber. No shame losing to Tatiana Suarez too. I mean, but this is a tough one, man. Because even JJ Aldrich, he lost to Ariane Lipski by unanimous decision. So Montel de la Rosa does have a win over a girl that knocked JJ Aldrich out, I guess. Or Ariane Lipski, not knocked her out, but beat her unanimous decision. So this is going to be tricky, man. You can't rely on MMA match for girls MMA. I'm gonna pick JJ Aldrich because I seen her last time around and she looked pretty good. She looks like she's still improving, only 31 years old. She's gonna be 2 inches smaller here. 1.5 inch reach disadvantage. I'm definitely not gonna be betting on this fight, guys. Let's talk about that. Those are the picks. In the main event, we're gonna go Grant Dawson. In the co-main, Joe Pyfer. In the featured fight, we're gonna go Drew Dober by knockout, and then Bill Algeo by submission, and then Ian Cutelaba by knockout. Joaquin Buckley by knockout in second round. Vanessa Demopoulos by decision. We're gonna go in the Aoriqileng by decision. Montel Jackson by decision. Mateus Mendonça by maybe unanimous decision or knockout, and then Karolina Kowalkiewicz by decision, and then JJ Aldrich by decision. Okay, guys, those are the picks. Let's talk about a parlays, guys. Do you guys want to parlay? My early parlay leans. On the last fight card, I didn't do too well. I went like 5 and 6 overall in picks. Absolute horrible card for me. I did pick a Dan Ige underdog pick, which he could have won that fight. It was a split. I think it should have been a split decision win for maybe Bryce Mitchell, but Bryce Mitchell didn't do any damage in that fight. We did cash on the over 2.5, and the fight goes to decision for that co-main event, Ige versus Bryce Mitchell. It was minus 200, I think. We had a half a unit play there. We're gonna come back and we're gonna kill it. We're gonna make a lot of money on this card. I know it. The parlay that I like, guys, the early parlay that I like is Grant Dawson. No, not Grant Dawson. Yeah, not Grant Dawson. Joe Pyfer, and where's the other one? Drew Dober. I like Drew Dober. Moneyline parlayed with Joe Pyfer, and then you can parlay like over 2.5 rounds or something in the main event. But my safety parlay for this card that I think for now is Drew Dober and Joe Pyfer. But yeah, that's my early parlay, guys. I'm gonna do in-depth research. I'm gonna do a tape study on this fight card. Okay, guys, those are the picks, early picks, quick picks for UFC fight night. Dawson versus Green. Let me know how you feel about these picks. Like the video, drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I keep dropping these videos out every week, guys. Every weekly, I mean. I dropped like 8 videos out last week, so please subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 250 subscribers. I really appreciate each one of you guys that support me and that leave a comment below for the algorithm, that like the videos. I see each one of you guys. Thank you so much, guys. We just gained 150 subscribers within 28 days. We're absolutely killing it, guys. Let's freaking go. I'm gonna end this video here. It's already too long. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself. Stay safe out there, guys. And I hope you guys have a good couple of weeks before we get back on the UFC Fight Night card.